Barcelona have admitted defeat in the race for Jules Kounde. He will sign for Chelsea. The announcement in a couple of hours, reveal the Barca press. Ben Jacobs here stating that Chelsea believe they have now won the race to sign Jules Kounde. Barca haven't formally bid and accept they can't match Chelsea's offer. We're also going to give you an update from Fabrizio Romano.
Proposal submitted to Sevilla and discussed all the details of this proposal. Payment terms, very good payment terms, but also structure of the deal. So in direct discussion with Sevilla.
Bit in direct discussions with Sevilla, as you can see there. More to come from the leading journalist on this story, but it is believed Chelsea have won the race to sign this player. I want your thoughts. I want your feelings. Smash the living daylights out of that like and share button. Let's go!
Proposal submitted to Sevilla and discussed all the details of this proposal. Payment terms, very good payment terms, but also structure of the deal. So in direct discussion with Sevilla, but still waiting for the green light from Sevilla while I'm speaking. So Chelsea waiting because they feel they did their best for Kounde. Very good proposal to the club and very good proposal to the player with an important salary and with a long-term contract for 5 years. So Chelsea did their best.
And you see that Chelsea doing their best there. And look, I think it's worth focusing on. Fabrizio has said they're waiting for that green light. And that appears to be how things are everywhere right now. When you read all the reports that are circulating right now, that are going around the ether, that are being discussed, it's all very much as just stated there. Barcelona not bid. No official bid is coming from Barcelona. Chelsea's offer is seen to be too big, too powerful, too strong, too much for this Barcelona club to be able to match. The report here, as you can see, states that Barca sources have given up on Jules Kounde and he will sign for Chelsea in the next few hours. As Ben Jacobs stated, Chelsea now believe, and we'll read this in its entirety, Chelsea now believe that they have won the race to sign him. Barca have not submitted a formal bid. That's been the same all week. And except they can't match Chelsea's offer, Sevilla and Chelsea have had an agreement with minor detail points to be finalized. As I said just a few days ago, the deal was agreed, broadly speaking. They're talking about minor little details that are not going to scupper the deal. Personal terms for Kounde are preferable to what Barcelona offered too. And I think that's a massive, massive point. What Ben Jacobs also goes on to say is that Barcelona have officially confirmed their second lever is activated, but they haven't moved. Only Chelsea are in advanced negotiations with Sevilla, and the expectation from the sources close to the deal is that Kounde to Chelsea will fully finalize in the coming hours. This feels like it's going to get done now. And, as Fabrizio Romano says, just waiting for the green light. Everyone's got a different way of saying this, but it's essentially what you're getting from all the journalists now, both in Barca, Spain, European-wide, and in the UK, is that this deal is done. Essentially, de facto done, if you want to use those words. In the coming hours, it will be announced as complete. But with Barca pulling away, Barca not making a bid, Barca not progressing, it's done. It's done because Chelsea have won the race. Chelsea have blown Barcelona to smithereens with their bid. They have blown them. They've also blown them out the water with the personal terms. They're more preferable. They've offered better personal terms to Jules Kounde as well. They said, listen, we want you. We want to build around you. We trust in you. Obviously more than Barcelona do. Let's get it done. He is going to be a Chelsea player as things stand right now, barring a catastrophic collapse, barring Barcelona coming out of nowhere now. We say out of nowhere. I know they've been in the race, right? So that might seem a little bit hyperbolic, but nobody expects Barcelona to bid now. Nobody expects him to bid. It's like a 1% chance. So unless that 1% chance happens, like getting struck by lightning whilst being indoors. He's going to be a Chelsea football player, and a brilliant player he is. Today's show is sponsored by Private Internet Access. And this is something I use on my personal computers, work computers, and on my devices. Whenever you're using an open network for internet, whether at a cafe, whether you're at the airport, shopping center, wherever that may be, you need to encrypt yourself and ensure that your personal data is being protected at all times. Private internet access is available all around the world. And as I've mentioned, you can use it on your smartphone, your smart TV, laptops, iMacs, whatever it is that you use. This also gives you the availability to access content worldwide. So when you're traveling, it doesn't matter if you want to use your Netflix, the iPlayer, YouTube, wherever you are in the world, the VPN via private internet access gives you the ability to do so. Now, what the Football Terrace can do for you is give you an 82% discount on this product, plus 3 months free. All you need to do is click on the link in the description or scan the QR code on your screen during this video to sign up now. Listen, Jules Kounde is one of the best young centre-backs in world football. Chelsea have bought themselves a player here of an exceedingly high ceiling, brilliant temperament. And I mean brilliant temperament. He's had a few moments where he's got red cards, got himself into trouble. I think that's a brilliant temperament to have in football. This is a highly competitive sport. This is a highly competitive world that he is moving into, and you need that fire in your belly. But they have a technically proficient player. They have a versatile player. They have somebody with age on each side, but at 22 years of age is also very experienced. International, Champions League, La Liga. They're buying him from the second best league in the world. They're not buying him from the fifth or the sixth or the seventh or the eighth, where there's, will he be able to adapt? There's always a risk. There's always a risk he won't. But he's played already in a very competitive league, Champions League, and of course, international football. The chances of this deal going wrong for Chelsea Football Club are very, very small indeed. And I think one of the biggest wins for Chelsea fans, outside of signing a top-class player, outside of signing an individual that is of signing an individual of this magnitude and of this nature, the benefit for Chelsea is very much everyone's been laughing at them. Everybody's been, even yesterday, like we were on the Top 6 show yesterday and we were talking about this deal and we were being very fair about it, but saying, at the moment, Chelsea haven't got the deal done yet. Chelsea haven't finalized the deal yet. Barca look like they're coming in. The player's gone to the training camp. The Barca press was saying that's because he's waiting on Barca. And maybe that's all true. Maybe he did go, look, I'm going to give it another 12 hours, another 24 hours and see whether Barca come in with this offer. But they didn't. The thing about laughing at Chelsea, I know there's banter, but then there's serious conversation. They've signed Jules Kounde when this goes through. They've signed Koulibaly. They've signed Raheem Sterling. Those are 3 sensational players. They also have a squad that everybody slags off and says is crap. They still finished 3rd, won a Champions League, and of course, got to both domestic cup finals last year. You've got the 3 players they've signed now, top-class players. You add 2 or 3 more in. You add 2 or 3 more in to this situation, and you find yourselves in a position where you add a midfielder and 1 more attacker to this. With Thomas Tuchel as your manager, Chelsea could, and it's all on paper, challenge for that Premier League title. They will be in the top 5 favourites to win the Champions League. They will be one of the favourites to win the domestic cups. They will be a shoo-in, almost a guarantee to take a top 4 position. That's why I've refrained from bantering them, even at times when they've lost out on players or there's been a bit of an obscure or a kind of different way of Todd B doing his business. I've refrained from bantering because for me, it would have been, that meme of like the smiley face, but you're crying behind it. That's what I really think this has been. And I'm just not someone that can do that anymore. When I see good business, like I see at Arsenal, like I see at Chelsea, I've just got to praise it. It's far more cathartic. It's far easier to digest it and go, right, well, what does my team need to do to respond? And this business of Jules Kounde to Chelsea is absolutely sensational. And as we're speaking right now, Fabrizio Romano has just tweeted here that Chelsea have sent paperwork to Sevilla for Kounde deal during the night. pushing to get it over the line. Details after bid on Wednesday, 55 million plus a 5-year contract. Chelsea still awaiting for Sevilla's final approval to avoid a new attempt from Barca. And that's the only thing waiting now. But they believe it's done. They believe it's over the line, Chelsea. They are supremely confident that they have won this race. Viewers, do me a big favor and smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the Football Terrace as well. Very important that you do that. Get yourself subscribed right now. Of course, we're sponsored today by Private Internet Access. Scan that QR code now. Like 7 of you yesterday, I was so impressed. 7 of you signed up yesterday to the VPN provider to make sure that your internet is protected, your data is protected, you and your family are protected from hackers, from the big tech companies selling your data onto advertisers, spam emails, and much more. Plus, you get your content all around the world. And a lot of you watch this and go, "Oh, I'd love to super chat from the country I'm in." With Private Internet Access, you can do that because you can change the country of which you sit in to watch certain pieces of content. That way you can interact and really engage properly. So there's lots of advantages to it for you. 3 months free from the Football Terrace as well. So scan that code or use the link in the description below. But until next time, my people, take care. Goodbye. God bless. I'm saying this. Jules Kounde will be a Chelsea player. Let's go, people. Bye-bye.